All right, guys, so we are moving on to lesson 2. At this point, you should have uh, read and annotated Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2. You will have watched the instructional video with a review on characterization. And so now we are going to practice and apply. So you've already done the essential question, so you can disregard that. But if you go over here, you see we can put a check by the instructional video if you've already watched it. And you can put a check by your close reading of Act 2, Scene 2, assuming that you've done that as well. And so now you're going to focus on the character analysis. And so what I want to point out to you guys here is there's an additional sheet that provides you with information. It's, again, an additional review on top of the review. It's just more details. It's not more details. It's actually the same details regarding pairs, the mnemonic to help you with your analysis. And then what I need you to do is look at your Act 2, Scene 2. You look at the notes that you've taken concerning the characters. If I'm not mistaken, there are two main characters, actually just two characters in that scene. It would be Romeo and Juliet. Choose one of those characters, and this is all in the directions, so please read the directions also. You're going to choose one of those characters, and then you're going to assign them 2 or 3 character traits based on your notes. And then you're going to, of course, list your character traits, your descriptions there. And please make sure that the words that you choose, the traits that you include, are descriptive. And then you're going to include direct quotes from the play that support your selections. So you've got direct quotes here about things that they've said that support the character traits. Interior monologue, things that was revealed when they didn't think, in this case, when they didn't think either of them were listening. So, to be clear, the interior monologue for both Romeo and Juliet is revealed through the monologue that you find in the scene. Details regarding appearance, I'm not sure if that applies. It does apply, actually, it does. Things that they care about, things they try to control, their goals, their things that changed about them in this particular scene, how they've changed. For each trait, just make sure that you have text that pertains to each of these to support the traits that you selected. And that's going to be all that you have for the second lesson. If you took really detailed notes for the first lesson, then the second lesson is a piece of cake. It's super easy. And for those of you who are artistically inclined to drawing or even to collaging, then feel free to illustrate the character. So that's it for lesson 2. I hope that it's clear. It's really not a lot, I don't think. Again, if you just take your notes and then you come over here to the graphical organizer and complete it. So those are the 2 things that I'll be looking for this week. your annotated scene, Act 2, Scene 1, and your completed organizer for Romeo and Juliet. Or Juliet, not for both of them. You're only required to do one organizer for one character. And this organizer is editable, so if you don't have a printer, you can type inside of those boxes. Unfortunately, I was not able to make the play editable. So you will have to find a way to get that printed out in order to do your annotations. Alrighty. So that concludes lesson 2.